everybody, we're back for day 2. Today's a little bit different adventure. We're heading a different direction. We're not going across the bay, we're actually going with it, and we're trying to catch our kings and we're trying to catch our halibut today. We're out here with Skylar again. It's absolutely beautiful. We're looking like there's gonna be some rough seas, so I already have a feeling that Mike, maybe our camera guy, and probably Clint are gonna be chumming most today. But you know what they say about chumming, it helps you catch fish. So we're gonna get this tractor hooked up, we're gonna get this boat launched. It's gonna be a little bit more of a rodeo getting launched today. We're gonna go find us some fish. Stick along for the ride. It's gonna be an awesome adventure. So day 2 started and the wind was blowing. We launched the boat off the beach, which was a really neat experience. Again, we did that the first day with the clamming, and we kicked off. Skylar did a great job. We kicked off, backed out, and we headed out to go troll for some kings.
Little snotty. All right, I'm gonna set up the salmon gear. If I could get somebody to steer for me just towards those far towers in the distance, just keep our nose into the waves. Okay. I'll get the deep downriggers triggers all set up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we made it out here. It's a bit bumpier than we were anticipating here today. Wind is really starting to pick up a little bit. It's gonna calm down. We got one of the biggest tides of the year here. Skylar was just explaining to us about with that tidal. Last night was actually a full lunar eclipse, so I'm sure that has something to do with it. It was a full moon, really big tides, a lot of pull on the earth, and especially in a bay like this, in the Cook Inlet where we are, there's so much, such a massive water moving back and forth, going in and out of this inlet. So we're getting set up. He's getting these downriggers set up. We're gonna start fishing for kings. We got a 10 o'clock high tide, and we're gonna fish those halibut on those highs and on those lows, because that's the only time there's not gonna be too much current to get anchor and actually set up on those halibut spots. So we're gonna get our rod set up. Looks like we're trolling herring on downriggers with some flashers, and we're gonna give her hell out here. I'm gonna give it about 10 minutes before Clint or Mike or Sean are puking. So keep your fingers crossed. It's gonna be a good show. With the wind blowing the way it is and the surf the way it is, we're gonna actually turn the boat around. Our stuff's having a really hard time getting down and not popping out of the downrigger clips because we have so much tension from the wind, of course, and that water going up and down. We're gonna switch around, change our troll direction, and see if we can get our stuff down in the water a little bit better.
I immediately started getting sick. I was standing in the corner. I became best friends with that corner pretty quick. A lot of people think dude, I don't know, but I just want to get it over with. Not too long after, I started throwing up and it just kept coming.
Yeah! Oh, yeah, get it, Mike. They're dropping like flies, ladies and gentlemen. They're dropping like flies. This is the real Alaskan experience for Mr. Mike here. He's been waiting his whole life for a day like today. So obviously, as you guys can tell throughout this episode, I'm a bad friend, and I really was having a good time.
Every time I ended up grabbing the boat and controlling it as we're doing our troll for salmon, Sean and Mike end up chumming the ocean over to the side. So, you know, I felt bad for them. I've been there, and it's miserable, but you know what? They were tough, and they worked their way through it.
So as the sea started to build, stuff started to get really rough, and it was really hard to tell if we were getting bites at times because we were going up and down 4 feet at a time as these swells started to build. And then all of a sudden I was looking and it looked like our downrigger was back under our boat, which was really weird. So I grabbed that rod, I pulled it out, and fish on. Fish on! Fish on, boys! Fish on! We got a big mess going here, everybody. We got a big mess going. We are down deep under the boat here. So immediately as this fish took off running, I could feel it, or the angle that it was at, it felt like it was in the motor. And what I think happened was that line had gotten in the prop and done like a full revolution so that it was still sliding back and forth, but it was wrapped around that prop completely. All right, everybody. Absolute madness right now. I'm not sure where this fish is at. I'm just gonna keep trying to work him right here. I don't want to cut him on that prop.
There he is.
Back into the dog. God damn it.
What? Is he in the prop?
It cut on the prop as I was trying to come around. That was a hard fought loss, everybody. The clock's ticking too. We got about another 30 minutes of kingfishing here.
We might have 10.
Yeah. At that point we had about 10, 15 minutes, and so we're gonna finish out our troll here, and then we gotta beat cheeks to the halibut grounds if we stand a chance of beating this tide. So tension is high. Skylar's working his butt off. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll get one more here in a second. And so as it came time to hit the tides, we started motoring out of this little peninsula that we were behind that was kind of protecting us, and instantly the swells went from about 4 to 6 to about 8 foot.
It's looking pretty bad right now. And we're
Let us know.
And it's been picking up, would you agree? The wind's been picking up since we got out here?
I would. But I mean, I don't want to, I'm not making any calls, but
We're not gonna go out there for halibut. Not today.
The spot we were headed to was about 10 miles away. It was gonna take us about an hour to get to. And as we started getting closer and closer to out into the main part of the ocean, it became apparent that it was not gonna be safe and it was not the right call to be going out there. Yeah, baby. Well, I gotta give it to Skylar, everybody. He tried his best, pushed the rig to the brim. Honestly, he's making the right call. I want to catch halibut more than the rest of them. This is my kind of living right here, living on the edge. But he's making the right call for the safety of the boat and the safety of the crew here. It's getting a bit bumpy out here. The biggest trial of this day. We were fine out in the ocean, but trying to get this boat back onto the trailer was gonna be something else. This is gonna be sporty, man. There's about a 4-foot swell. Let's say a pretty good 3 to 4 foot swell coming in here. It took 5 or 6 tries for the boat ahead of us to get onto their trailer. So this is gonna be pretty much not necessarily the most dangerous because we're so close to the bank, but the biggest struggle of the day is getting back onto the trailer and back onto dry land. So he's backing in right now. Fingers crossed, wish us luck. What a rush. Got pinned sideways just a little bit there, but it turned out. We turned those motors, throttled out. We got right on the trailer just in time. Absolutely perfect job, Skylar. We made it back onto the trailer, loaded up. It was still early in the day, and we figured, man, let's grab some rods. Let's try to go find something to do. So I gave my buddy Steve a call. Steve Rhodes, big shout out to you. Thank you so much for putting this trip together. He called us up and said, hey, I got my trip moved. I'm gonna take you guys out on the river. Meet me here at this time, and let's go try to catch some fish.
right.
Well, we made it, boys.
Heck yeah.
And look, somebody else is rowing for the first Addicted Life ever. Steve really saved our butts today, guys. This is Steve Rhodes. He's the one who invited us here to Alaska. Introduce yourself, brother.
Steve Rhodes. I'm a guide for Undtitled Charters. Mike Flores, he's the owner here that's making all this possible, so
Yeah.
give a shout out to him as well.
Yeah, huge shout out to these guys. It's the accommodations, the scenery, everything about it. It's just incredible so far. What do you guys think?
I'm having a blast.
What a great
awesome,
save
dude.
to the day,
Love
too. We went out this morning, and as you guys saw, and just got our asses kicked. So this is a bit more tranquil, and nobody's throwing up yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you? Except for Clint, he might be thrown up by a little bit later tonight.
I know.
So it turned out this was the beginning of a very, very, very long couple-day struggle trying to find ourselves a king salmon in fresh water. The tides here were so drastic this time of year, and then the fishing was slow in itself, that those everything combined along with the wind and the weather and getting kicked off the ocean, it just became definitely the hardest part of the trip trying to catch fish, but we weren't going to let that struggle stop us. We are loaded for bear, everybody. We decided it's time we do this on our own. The conditions and Mother Nature has not been helping us out. Our accommodations have been absolutely incredible. All the people at the lodge have been absolutely incredible. But today, we didn't really have a whole lot of options. We were supposed to go on a glacier tour, which is another really cool part of the 𝗛𝗟𝗟𝗣 Outfitters operation is you get to go do tourism, like ecotourism type of stuff, and you get to go fishing. But you know what? We came here to fish. So we said, nah, we're gonna hold off on the glacier tour. We're gonna hit this stuff on foot, and we're gonna go try to find some fish. We went and got all the necessary tools last night. I got some number 5 blue foxes. We got our sockeye floss and rigs. We got a bunch of rods, and we got all the ambition that you could ever ask for. So boys, it's time to do this. Let's go catch a fish. Well, I worked my way upriver to this big high bank. I remember this spot from yesterday. It was some really, really good fish structure. It looks like a spot that a king salmon would really like to be. The spots we've been fishing are more like sockeye travel lanes where those fish are gonna be close to the bank, scurrying up, kind of moving through that water. But this in particular looks like a holding spot. So I'm gonna add another split shot. I'm really, really doing this kind of janky. I got just this marabou twitching jig. Really, it's not even a twitching jig. It's probably more like a steelhead jig with the marabou here. And I'm just adding split shot up my line to give myself enough weight. Right now I'm probably sitting about a ½ ounce, like I have a ½ ounce twitching jig on. So this is the perfect, ideal kind of twitching water. I'm gonna weight up, start at the top, and I'm just gonna fish every inch of it and keep my fingers crossed. I don't have a lot of lures, don't have a lot of things in my bag that I'm super, super confident in, but we got stuff that works, and I know this goes up and down, and a fish might like it, so fingers crossed. Spot number 2, everybody. We tried a different spot way upriver out of the outlet of the lake that creates this river. And it was a little too slewy, the wind's blowing pretty good, so I didn't really feel like walking around in the muck, casting at windy water. So we came back down, we found a really cool pocket water area. I got a little bead set up, we got the spoon still on. I'm gonna try to find a steelhead, a dolly, rainbow, whatever. The goal is to just get something to wiggle on the line today. It's been an absolute grind on this trip. The weather here in Alaska has kicked our butt this time. Big props to the 𝗛𝗟𝗟𝗣 Outfitters for trying so hard to get us out, even in these kind of conditions. It really, you know, that's what happens when you come this far north, is anything can happen. The weather changes, the conditions change, the fish change. We got big tides, which aren't exactly helping us. But you know what? We're not gonna let that stand in the way of us having fun. So
let's do it.
Let's go for a walk. Well, everybody, heading back to the truck now. Day number 3. I think we're gonna call this episode in the series the ass kicker. The last couple days has been just that. Alaska has really been dishing it out. We gotta say, it's one of my favorite states in the US for sure, but it doesn't guarantee you having the best fishing experience of your life when you come up here, even with a great lodge like the 𝗛𝗟𝗟𝗣 Outfitters. We've been getting our butts kicked in the ocean. The waves and the wind and everything is just way too over the top for us to get to partake out there, which was mainly the kind of the basis of this trip. And it's unfortunate, but you know what? Thank goodness that we have places like this beautiful place behind us to come and at least enjoy our time. We just had a little powwow. I think our game plan is going to be head on back. Sean needs to get some editing done for you awesome addicts out there. And today's definitely posing to be not the best fishing opportunity. So we're going to be out here again tomorrow with Steve. Comment below with what you thought of this episode so far. There's a lot of adventure to come. I know my favorite parts have been watching Clint and Bike and Sean be sicker than the devil out there in the ocean. Maybe I'm just a mean friend, but that was a good time. Tomorrow has a lot of opportunity. Let's see what happens. Today's the day, everybody. We've been working hard at this. We're trying to get Mike and Clint their first fish in Alaska. Alaska's been kicking our ass up to this point. It's kind of like how we outro the last video. We had an incredible night last night, though. We've been making the best of it. And today, we're gonna make the best of a great situation. We got rain, we got an awesome river. We're here, 4 o'clock. It's go time.
What's everybody doing this morning?
light is just starting to break here, and it's looking really good. We're one of the first boats down this morning. It's perfect weather. It's a little bit rainier, a little bit more overcast. I can't say that's been the reason why we've had tough fishing as far as like sunny weather. I know I haven't hated it, but today especially, the wind has definitely died. I shouldn't have said the W word. I shouldn't have said it. The W word definitely died down today, so it's going to be a little bit more fishable. We're going to be able to fish a lot more water and not get blown off in certain areas where we want to sit and target these fish. So things are looking good. We got eggs and spin glows. We got some divers and some plugs and some different stuff like that. So we are set, and who knows what's going to happen here. What do you think's going to happen?
We're catching fish today.
Are you going to catch your first fish?
I'm catching fish today.
Okay.
I am.
Definitely.
Yes.
I'm feeling it.
Steve's got our back, and I think Mother Nature's got our back a little bit better today. So let's go find him.
Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-day. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine has in my life. Skippity-doo-dah. I don't know the rest of the words.
Oh my God. He's got it, he's got it.
I couldn't watch it.
Did you get slammed?
Yeah.
Man.
So, first missed fish. Such a bummer. It was such a drive-by. It was on the plug rod that I had in front of me, and I really wanted to get Mike and Clint into the fish on these trips because this is their first time to Alaska. So we're sitting there anchored up, and the tide's going out, and the river's starting to form into actual river. You can start to see the definition. It's not such a lake anymore, and we kept seeing these fish roll off to the left of our boat. So Steve made the call. He pulled the anchor, moved over about a boat's length, dropped them back down, and as we were sliding into our anchor, wham, we got hit a second time. Run. So at this point, we were running out of time. The tides were gonna get so low today that we weren't even gonna be able to get the boat down to the boat ramp. So we decided to call it, get out of there. It was about 11 o'clock, and we had some other stuff in mind that we were gonna go do.
Man, we'll tear him up, so.
Yeah. And if you ever make it down south,
For sure.
definitely give me a call.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks. Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, man.
So we ended that day with our tails totally tucked between our legs, got our butts kicked out there, but on the way back, I'd seen these signs for spot prawns, and as you guys have seen, there's some episodes that we have here at Addicted Fishing where we go out and actually catch these prawns. And every time I see these things, I do not pass up the opportunity. I think I ended up spending like $200 on spot prawns while we were here, just because they're such a delicacy and they're one of my favorite things. So it's a really cool part of this little town, and especially being so close to the charters here and so close to the lodge, being able to come in after a slow day and still get some super high quality fresh Alaskan seafood from awesome fellow addicts like Chris.
Gotta love it. Doesn't get any better than this.
Look at that. That's a bag of happiness right there.
That's joy. Joy in a bag.
So we headed back that night to eat like kings and enjoy ourselves and get ready for the next day.
At least we're not. Oh. No, what did I even say? At least we're not eating king.
At least?
No.
But it's gotta be your bowl.
We're not eating.
This is why we don't rely on Clint to make videos,
Hey!
you guys. He said, we're not
I can
eating
do-
king, but at least we're eating like kings. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, boys. Thanks for being here.
Nice job, dude.
Killer trip. We're making it
yeah,
happen.
man. Well, the last day had rolled around, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys, the tension was high. Mike and Clint at this point were pretty much down in the dumps. The camaraderie on this trip was awesome, and we never stopped belly laughing the entire time we were here. And having good people on your side and having fun every time we got back to the house or wherever we were going made the trip that much better. But I'm not gonna lie, heading down to Homer that morning to launch with Skylar, it was a pretty quiet car ride because nobody knew what was gonna happen, and we had nothing but the highest hopes.
What are we doing this morning? Yeah, feel free to load that up on the boat. You can hop aboard. We got the logbook filled out.
These guys are so excited.
We're ready to catch something.
Today's gonna be the day.
Today is gonna be the day. Bye-bye land. We're back out here, guys, day 6. The struggle has been real, but we're back with our main man, Skylar, and we're going out on a meat hunt today. We got a little bit better weather. We changed locations by about 45 minutes for our boat put in. We're obviously not using the tractors today. We're pulling out of a harbor, and we're going out to an area to troll for kings and look for halibut.
Dude, I'm excited.
Are you?
Today's gonna be the day!
I'm ready for my first halibut,
These guys
man.
have been crying the whole way down here. Mike was panting the whole way. Clint almost stepped on his lip on the way down the dock. And I'm having a good time. Let's go do it. Okay, divers down, everybody. Going diver and herring. We just got little hoods on these herring, and the hood's just a little piece of plastic. That way we're not cut plugging these things. And so as we're trolling around, they keep doing that spin. We get that nice little twirl behind that diver. We're going about 40, 50 feet back behind.
Same tube.
Get him, he's there, he's there. Good job, Clint. Good boy.
Oh, he's running. Oh,
We got a screamer!
Clint? I think it's gone.
So now when we get close, just keep that rod tip low and then have you step back a couple steps.
Oh, it's still there.
A slow lift. Oh, it's a purple back, boys.
Low, back, low.
Get it out of the ball. Get it out of the ball. Got him, boys. Near disastrous moment, everybody. Clint, first fish in the last.
Yeah, bud!
Nice job, and look at it. Boy.
I thought it was
That was a heart pounder, guys. That fish pulled a 360 on us, went straight across that rigger ball, pulled a little like dolphin flop, and I just stuck the net down and let him go into it. Good job, dude. One more.
Let's do it again.
Woo! Look at all those lice. Hell yeah, I love that smell.
Clint!
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man!
High five.
Nice!
That's a big fish.
That thing absolutely changed all of our attitudes. All the previous days, the grind, kind of we weren't angry or, but we were frustrated. We wanted to fish, and that's what we like to do. We still had a great time no matter what, but this just totally changed it, turned it around.
Run.
Nice!
Found the school of them, everybody. We're on them. So next thing you know, we're in a full-fledged king bite. I almost felt like I was back home at buoy 10, but one rod was going off. We'd grab it, land the fish, get another rod in, next rod would go off, and we just found the school finally. That's a really good one. Perfect, good job, Mike. Good job, dude. Yep, nice steady reel. Nice steady reel. Now slow lift and walk backwards.
Keep it low. Keep that net out of the water.
Nice and deep. Yep, good job. There you go, good job. Start reeling on him there. Okay, slow lift.
Walk back.
Got him! Yeah!
Ah, boy, Mike!
Yes!
Bring him in! Yeah! Shooter! Good job,
Heck yeah,
brother!
man! Thanks, man!
Good job, Skylar, dude. Way to keep us on him, dude.
First Alaska salmon, man! Heck yeah!
Guys, we're in the school. As fast as we've been getting them in, we've been letting these divers back out, and we must be right in the middle of them. We found this little school of fish here. So let's come up towards the surface. Try to keep him down. There we go. I don't think he's done yet, but we got him right here. Take 2 steps backwards, pick up on him. Yeah, buddy!
When it rains, it pours. Nice. Wacky doodle. All right, everybody, we're in them. This is good. This is good. This is good. The diver rods are on. They seem to be at about 30 to 40 feet. We're letting these things go back about 50 feet behind the boat. These divers are pulling down, and obviously that's where the fish are. We did it, everyone. We all three got our first king of the trip. We're in the little school here. We're just gonna start going back and forth. Skylar found them. Now we're on them. Way to go, Skylar. Fish? Yep. Yep, he's there. Keep it low, keep it low. Atta boy. Good job, team. Way to make quick work of that. Sorry, boys. That's good. Had to take them when we could. Skylar, atta boy. Hey, praise to the creator for putting us on them and Mr. Skylar. Everybody out here is just doing big circles. There seems to be a good little school of fish moved in here. They're starting to move up the coastline. The tide's pretty perfect right now. We're still waiting on our halibut tide, but it's paying off. It's gonna be hard to leave this place, but we only need a couple more for a limit. We're doing good. We're doing really good. Boy.
I was just putting my line out and the diver was going and it bit. It was only out like probably not even 20 feet.
We're on a hot bite, guys. We're on a hot bite. It's full throttle kingfishing here.
Follow him wherever he goes.
Across, going across. Now we're doing that. Just keep that tip down. Keep that tip there you go. Keep it low, step backward. Lower. Ah, got it, boys! Woo! Chocolate! Ah! Woo! Yes! Dude, you got a hog of a limit there, Clint.
Dude, as I was putting it out, I was like, oh shit, I think I got in Mike's flasher. And then I'm like, no, something's eating it. That was awesome.
Way to let him eat, dude. Way to go. Clint, talk about it.
All right. So I was putting out my line with those, what is it, deep six diver, right?
Yep.
And Mike already had his out. I was trying to let mine out, but the way we were turning, we were gonna cross lines. So we moved one rod into the other holder. I moved over, started dumping my line out, and probably didn't even have 20 feet off of it. And this thing came up and just crushed it, so.
In my hand, he said.
In my hand, woo!
Find it.
Well, we made it to Buttville, everybody. Hopefully these fish are as hungry as Clint's butt is for these bibs he's wearing. So we're gonna drop anchor, get set up. You can obviously tell this is a spot. There's quite a few other boats around us. It's pretty cool how these guys work out here. A lot of people ringing back and forth on the radio, talking about what's going on, talking about where the fish are. It's cool to see that little community out here, and Skylar's right in the mix with them. So we're gonna get dropped in here. We're gonna get our big butt rods out. It's been an amazing morning so far, so if we can top this off with a couple big halibut, it's gonna make for an awesome day, man.
It's gonna happen.
Let's get some lines down, let's get some fish. That was getting bit. That was getting bit. Okay, one of you two. One of you two. Don't touch it.
They can sit there. Sometimes it takes up to 2 minutes for them to actually take it and eventually want to swim away with that bait.
Get close to it, Mike. Get close to it.
And all you're gonna do to set the hook is give it 4 or 5 really good stern cranks. Don't go a million miles an hour, but 4 or 5 good ones to set the hook, and then just come up at a nice steady pace. So like right there, that's when you want to reel. Right there, reel, 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 reel. There he is.
Good job, Mike. Good job, Mike. Just steady reel. Don't lift and pull. Just steady reel. Well, this is exciting, Mike, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, big cod.
Oh, baby. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. That's a giant cod, dude. Yeah. That is a dude.
Heck yeah, man.
Dude.
That thing's big.
Look at the head
That
on
thing
that
is
thing.
huge. Look at that, everybody. How cool. Mike's first cod ever. These are one of my favorite fish to eat. This is honestly a giant. Yeah, I've caught only a few, probably this big. Some of you commercial fishermen out there might have seen bigger ones, but that is a toad. And look how weird those things are. They're just all head.
Man.
Thing's got sand fleas all over the top of it. And those are just lice. Wow, how cool.
So after Mike got that cod, a lot of the tension was off. Cod's one of my favorite, which you guys are about to see in a catch and cook here in just a few minutes. And it really is one of my favorite meats to eat. It's not the most desired out there on the market, but as long as we had that, I knew we had our white meat, we had our kings, and we were ready for a good catch and cook that evening.
Happening, happening. I'm willing it, working the magic, It's working, we just gotta put a little more mojo into it. Spirit fingers. It's working, it's working. Oh my God, spirit fingers are working.
Oh, a little more. Pick that finger down.
Got him, boys. Got him, ladies and gents. A little bit better one. Not sure what's going on here yet. Gotta assess the situation. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh yep. Oh yep. Got some weight to them, boys and gals. Got me some plywood on there. This thing's worth about 75 bucks right here. Wait till we get him right to the surface and then he goes back down. I probably only got him 75 feet so far. Live action, everybody. We got some live action here. We got 3 rods getting bit. I'm all bent up. Clint's over here doing the spirit fingers. Take deep breaths with me, everybody. Deep breaths with me.
Few moments later.
Here we go. Nice job, brother. Boys, we got him by the hair of his chinny chin.
Heck yeah.
Woo! Fish and chips, everybody. Here it comes. Nice. Well, everybody, sometimes it's just a waiting game. Just an absolutely cool looking creature. It's probably about 30, 40 pounder. Nothing really giant, but an awesome, awesome eating fish. Give you a look into the world of a halibut there. A face only a mother could love. Or a fisherman.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Fish.
Get it?
Get him. Still on there?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Get it out of there.
Oh my God.
Attaboy plant.
Attaboy plant.
Most people don't fish.
That's a bigger one.
I think so.
Oh, should we get you the belt? You want the belt?
I need my fighting chair.
Get it. Not yet. Live action, everybody. Come on, spirit finger. Give it the spirit fingers. Attaboy. That's it.
Spirit fingers, come on. Fight it.
Got it, Clint. Good job, dude. Deep breaths.
I'm not good at cardio.
We're all in this together.
Oh yeah, he's getting angry now. Lamaze technique.
Come on, everybody, give Clint a thumbs up. Comment below with what you think of his technique. I'm impressed. Nicely done, boys. Nice job, buddy.
Five.
Meat! Yeah. Dump them in. Fill in the hole. Ooh, what do you think? Give it a lick.
Nope.
Nope. Way to go, everybody. Thanks for sticking around for this, man. This has been a hard-fought win. What a great day. and gentlemen, it's a feast. Let's do a first taste test, everybody, real quick, just so the people out there know how we feel. I prefer the cod. What do you guys think? Go ahead, Mike. Give her a little dip.
I haven't tried it yet, so what do we got here?
That's why I'm asking you to try it.
What do we...
Yeah, go naked. Go naked first, you're right. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
What is that?
That's the halibut.
Okay.
Now let's give that the cod a try.
I'll cleanse my palate.
Yeah. Maybe sniff some coffee.
It's like breaking apart. I like the texture, but the cod's got more flavor.
It does have more flavor?
More flavor, yeah.
Well, you're right there with me.
Yeah,
what do you think, Clint?
I have
Go
no
for
idea.
it. Go for it. You gotta let the people know.
Am I going naked or no dip?
Go
Yeah,
naked.
no
Go
dip.
naked.
Go naked.
Gotta be naked. You're pretty good at that this trip.
Okay. Halibut has better texture.
Okay.
Cod has more flavor.
Is there an echo in here?
But the flavor is more fishy.
Okay.
Like, it's more fishy, and I'm going halibut.
Well, good thing we're always staying fishy out there.
What a last day, man. We pulled it all together, and I think the positivity on this trip, and again, referencing back to what I just said about being here with friends and keeping a good mindset and having fun anyways. We came up here to fish. The fishing wasn't stellar this time. I wouldn't downplay 𝗛𝗟𝗥𝗃 Outfitters or the style of fishing that's out here on this peninsula because we just timed it a little bit wrong. We were here in late May. We have about another 1 to 2 weeks, and fishing seemed to get better every day we were here, which seems to happen in Alaska in the summertime. But the trip in itself was an absolute success. It was a vacation, it was beautiful views, and we're taking some meat home. I want to give a big shout out to our guides, Skylar and Steve, for taking such good care of us out here. They did a really good job, and they're super calm, collected, and easy to get along with people that'll take anybody of any skill level out on the water and make sure that you have the ultimate Alaskan experience. If you guys want to check out the 𝗛𝗟𝗥𝗃 Outfitters or the Soaring Eagle Lodge, be sure to look in the links down below. We're going to put links in the descriptions to all these videos so that you guys can get a hold of these people and come up here and enjoy your true or maybe even your first Alaskan experience. Thank you so much for watching today, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click this link to some of our other Alaskan adventures that we've been on. Go down here, hit subscribe, turn your bells on, give this video a thumbs up to help get it out there, and comment below, and you could be the comment of the day, just like this person right here. You guys stay fishy, and we'll see you out there.